the problems and immatureness of gamify and metaverse projects. So today we'll like uncover like this kind of ideas we have together, how to prettify this part, how to prettify this niche. And thank you for your questions. As you know, like we are rewarding the best contributors, the best questions today with whitelist, with mutual joint whitelist of TankMetaverse and Bearverse. We'll discuss more like our collaboration and all the main interesting points that we have for you today. So I would love to start probably from specifically from the questions to TankMetaverse, because today we combine five questions from TankMetaverse and 5 questions from Bearverse. So I will start from my part, and then Eugene will of course add something like if you'll have something to say. So first of all, like we see this very crucial question, why basically we decided to reschedule IDO and how like it affects our project. So of course, like we already like did a lot of explanations in our social medias, but obviously like market conditions and market fluctuations, as we basically like suppose it to be, they like don't like make a good time for us to launch any project. Of course, it's pretty suicidal for any community, for any project to go to the market in actual conditions. So we basically had this kind of plan, plan B, for the case that market will fluctuate specifically in spring. And we previously discussed with our investors, we previously discussed with advisors and made the plan B for this case. And I think that this affects only in like good terms, specifically the TankMetaverse, because we have much more time for development, much more time for product design before IDO. Now we're rescheduling it, as you know, for mid of autumn. But of course, it's like pretty flexible, because first we want to see how market will accumulate, how it will reflect what is going on soon. We approved it with all our key investors. Of course, some of investors, of course, they lose their money on such a bear market, and I can't like I can't tell that we didn't like refund nothing, but all our major key investors like Bluezilla, like MH Ventures, all the key groups, of course, they supported our solution, and we move forward. Very soon we'll announce the new product roadmap, the new scheduler. First, we want to see how market will fluctuate, but just approximately and previously, primarily, I would say that we'll have our NFT launch first, primarily scheduled for end of summer, beginning of autumn, and then pushing from this date, we'll release the IDO date finally. So thank you. Okay, probably Eugene, we can start some question from your side, just to do it one.
I just wanted to add that indeed there's decision of moving the IDO date on current market was a really wise, and there is a common practice among all the projects, because in the very first place, on the early stage, you must evaluate first the interests of investors, because they support you and they trust you on the very early stage when no one almost does. And it's a common practice. Back in 2018, we did almost the same, that we postponed the release date of the token in our previous project. But it was a good for market, it was a good for investors and community. So I really hope you been well on this market, and I hope your IDO date will shoot to the stars when it will be live. It's really cool that what you're doing. From our community, I see the question from us, to us. Yep.
Yes. Thank you, Eugene. You can go for your question.
Okay, thanks. How do you see the middle terms perspective of gaming NFT projects looking at economic situation with cryptocurrencies now? What are the goals, risk, and chances? Yeah, so it's kind of a broad question, but when we talk about the crypto economy and the situation in the world, we must not forget that in the first place we are doing the game, we do games, and in the first place we need to focus on the gameplay itself. However, we are talking about the crypto economy and the Web3 ideas implemented into the game, and there we can and should think about really wisely built in-game economy, where you have wisely set the faucet, where you have the wisely set sink, and all the token process, and you need to balance in-game items, in-game like even damage, etc., to fit the in-game economy you are building in your game. In our metaverse called Bearverse, in the world Bjorn, we balance this in-game economy on behalf of the time players spend playing in our game. So it means that 1 hour of playing the Team Butler game will bring you same amount of tokens like play to earn rewards, which will bring 1 hour playing on like easy hyper casual game like Jet Bears, for example. So and that's what do I mean talking about the in-game balance. We focus on it first, and actually it doesn't matter what the situation on the market now, because the market fluctuates a lot, like all the time. Today it goes down, tomorrow it goes up. So you just need to focus on what you're doing on your main value, what you're trying to deliver the end customer. In our case, in TankMetaverse and the Bearverse, what value and what gameplay we're trying to deliver to our players. So our goals are to create the game worth spending a lot of time in, and risks like just a normal usual risk any indie development studio suffers. So it's almost every risk happens in the world, so same applies to us. We just like use our skill in management, in team management, and we try to reduce this risk chances to become one of the succeed pioneers on the Web3 market. So it's really inspiring in our case. What do you think about it?
Yeah, awesome. I totally agree with like all the points that Eden highlights. Of course, like we have a lot of chances and a lot of challenges. I mean, it's like always 50-50. And of course, like the journey will show you how like the play to earn, gamify, and everything will transform, because that's what we see on actual market is like the really immature and imperfected like way of delivering gamify to the people, because even like the play to earn at all, it has a bunch of like challenges for us to solve, to make it easy for people and make it profitable, make it like fasten finally the mass adoption, because now we're like bringing the tools to make more standards, to make more gamification to blockchain, to make people able like to make people have a very easy entry point to the blockchain and to the gamify experience. These are our challenges and we're solving them, and finally I think we'll transform the whole term of play to earn and gamify it all. We already are involving so to say play to own tools and other terms that makes much more sense in terms of sustainability, because we like as Bearverse, as TankMetaverse, we don't build a kind of social casino. Want to build like the place where the environment, like so to say ecosystem, social ecosystem where people can have fun, joy, experience, and rewards finally as well. But this is not the only point, and not probably even the main point. The main point is experience, and of course, like this is what it is about.
About people.
Okay, so I hope this makes sense. Yes.
So next question. Can you show it up? Thanks. How do you
I think it's question to me. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you see the middle? It's the same question basically. Yeah, we'll go next. What kind of yes, exactly.
Okay.
What kind of partnerships with different projects platforms can we expect from Bearverse, TankMetaverse in the future? So Okay, Eugene, I think I will take my part first. So
Okay.
yeah, surely, like a lot of partnerships and a lot of integrations will follow, because I mean, now you can see the new generation of GameFi, the new generation of blockchain coming to the market, what basically me and Eugene embody. Because we built not only like a blockchain business, we built a product first of all. Our like main value is to build something together. We don't build like the closed projects, we build open source projects. We don't build like the one and only brand. We built the metaverse together, because metaverse is impossible like to be done within like one team. We specifically in Near protocol, in Human Guild, in this kind of communities, we build solutions together. We share, and we always look for ways how to help each other and how to build something huge. Because me personally, my team, we can build something huge, but together with such a teams, we can build something enormous. And this is the final goal. This is the metaverse. This is the mass adoption. So a lot of partnerships. First of all, of course, now we have much more time to cooperate with various funds, with various game guilds, whatever. So it will be a bunch of cool partnerships very soon. First of all, as you know, like is crypto winter in terms of so to say, blockchain business is a time to develop. So first of all, now we're like working on development partnerships and development collaborations, but of course it will be much of like game guild marketing and fund corporations as well. So please
Great
stay
answer.
tuned just and enjoy.
Yeah, sure. I just want to add to our community and say that we already talk a lot about it, and we're discussing not only how do we partner like in the business terms, but also we exchange our experience in building games to build the true and the cooler gameplay to you guys. And also we talk about how to operate and to bring more community members and how to work with community also. So these partnerships are not only going to like in terms of classic intros to funds or networking or stuff, but also it will affect the gameplay, and also it will affect how both projects will work with our communities. So yeah, it's seems like really cool and profitable one. And I'm really happy that we met at WoW Summit in Dubai like a couple months ago. It was really a great day. Yeah. So
Yes, it's a big synergy. Totally agree. Let's move next.
yeah.
So, okay, I do see the next question, but it's probably specifically to me. Like, yes, will you have the same target audience as in World of Tanks? If the other one, then who will be your player? So it's a pretty extensive question that I really answered many times, and I would love to answer one more. So yeah, first of all, of course, we do have some similar audiences partly, and like we have some synergy with World of Tank. Obviously, as we have tanks, we have like tank lovers. This is the big amount of people, but in terms of like the whole brand essence and product essence, we're completely different. I mean, our game is not about the war. Our game is not about like the World War II with all this like stuff behind, crashing, destroying, and etc. Like tank is a kind of brand hook for us, and tank battles is a fun and fun activity like that. You probably know we have a specific facility in our metaverse. We have tank arena where basically just holders of NFT tanks compete for reward, for glory, for like the same as like in Coliseum in Romanian Empire. It's like the place for fun, for joy, for experience, for glory and reward finally. So it's not like the war, not like the battlefield. So I mean, players and tanks, they don't die in our game, and it's a big completely it's a completely big difference between us and World of Tanks, because they built all the essence of their game specifically on lovers of World War II, specifically those who love the real military stuff. But we are more futuristic. We are more like, it's basically a blockchain futuristic environment. So I would like to say some decentralized futuristic blockchain environment. So yeah, surely you can have tank experience, you can shoot tanks, but it will be something very fantastic, futuristic, and cosmic. And like our main key audience, of course. Our players, so to say, they can be divided on different audiences in stages. Because first of all, we're targeting on, of course, primarily we're targeting on blockchain and gamify lovers, those who are not only like into tank and game experience, those who are also into all the blockchain experience. I mean, surely we have like DAOs, staking, all the key parts that people from blockchain love, but we are gamificating them and adding them into the game experience. So only those who come from non-blockchain, from off-chain to our experience, there it will be easy to try even blockchain experience for them. I mean, this is our contribute to mass adoption. We'll gamificate the blockchain. Like, to stake some tokens, you, for instance, need to buy a factory that will farm your token. So it will be like more playful gamificated way for people. So first of all, we of course are targeting on gamify play to earn audiences. Then we're targeting also on traditional gaming market. We have the strategy, but it will be the second stage. It makes more sense on beta version. It makes more sense after IDO. I mean, before you launch a token, you don't need like non-crypto people much in your game, because of course if they want, but I mean, you don't need to target your market in there, because they won't come on IDO and like they won't be interested in buying NFTs or tokens. So we want to create this journey for them, but this will be the second stage. So first stage is blockchain, so to say, degens, blockchain gamify guys, gamify players. And second stage will be, of course, the traditional gamers with whom we will like, so to say, connect through traditional gaming marketing. So probably, Eugene, you can also like describe some words about your audience, about your vision, your go-to-market strategy, and etc.
Yeah, so in our pitch deck, we have one slide dedicated to our mission, which is we want to help 93 millions of people living in North America and Western Europe region to know more about Web3 ideas and concepts. So we want to onboard them to crypto through the gameplay and financial education. So the Bearverse should become a gate to the crypto world for the mass market, and that's our goal, to engage as many people as we can. Why 93 million? Because we did our homework and we studied market, and we know that across the North America there are and Western Europe, there are countries like America, Canada, Sweden, Italy, Germany, and other countries which have similar user behavior expectations and user metrics, and we target them as one big market. And on this market, there are 279 millions of players on mobile devices, and there are 37% of them are millennials who love to play role-playing games. And this is our target audience, like our target addressable market. Also, we know that out of these like 37%, it's 103 million of people. There are 10% of them who use cryptocurrency or who owns them, and 90% who yet doesn't. I can show you in our like pitch deck. Yeah, here it's right the next slide, as I said. So our approach is based on analytic on broad analytics, and we want to share the gameplay. We want to share our lore. We want to share our story with these people. Yeah. So okay, I will share the next slides later, answering another questions. But I already made a sneak peek of our onboarding process that we just do it really simply. So we offer classic player a play to earn reward for the day 7 retention quest, and in no time they become a crypto adopter. So we offer them to go on our marketplace, and we educate him how exactly he can get the cryptocurrency money right in his MasterCard or Visa card. So this how it goes. That's it. Again, we need
Awesome. Good job. Good job. So I totally basically agree with Eugene. I mean, we have the same value and probably really the same strategy. Because I mean, you don't need like to build walls among like your product among blockchain and like your customer.
we
We
simply
are where yes.
right.
Yes. We have tools to adopt people from non-blockchain to blockchain through game and experience, and it's the most easiest way, as I think. The same in TankMetaverse, and I think the same in Bearverse. You don't need to have tokens. You don't need to have crypto wallet. You don't need to have an NFT to start playing the game. If you want to get rewards, you'll surely need to discover blockchain, but it can be implemented on step by step, with tutorials, with very gamified explanation of how it works, and step by step people are immersed. This is how mass adoption will be simplified and fastened by gamify.
Just
Our best.
play and to get this reward for sure. Like, and you need know to care about like register to register on the exchanges, to go outside somewhere, etc. So you just need to get it and to be able to get it on your cards. As simple as that. Yeah.
Answers your question how what the kind of partnerships you need to expect. Of course, we'll partner with wallets, with blockchain infrastructures who will provide us like easy UX tools for our users to start doing blockchain without any understanding of how it works. So
And
obviously this will also have
and we have a lot of friends like you and the Bearverse in Human Guild who already does a lot of job in this direction. So in the direction of onboarding, like Materius team, so Rocketa.2 and Octopus Network, etc. So a lot of infrastructure projects that helps this way to helps onboard people in the blockchain, while game developers need to focus on the gameplay itself. So isn't it awesome?
Yeah, and this is that decentralization basically. Anyone is in the specific place which organically suits themselves. We're doing our job where we don't do like everything from the very beginning. We just collaborate, connect, and build together. So this is basically why we picked Near both, and this is what will be the future of the whole world, as I think.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, let's move forward. Okay, what's next? So okay, I see something about graphics and about demos. I think like we have like pretty similar visions, so we'll answer all the questions like one by one. Never mind whom it was like addressed. So the graphics of the game, of the future game, are super. In the second quarter of 2022, it is planned to launch demo mode of the game. Will access to the demo mode be public or private? So, okay, Eugene will answer specifically to Bearverse in terms of TankMetaverse. Of course, like we already basically have some demos ready, as we're supposed to launch like in a week in the end of May. But as we postponed it, we decided to give it more time to add more useful tools and add more like features to our demos before launch. Surely we will have some kind of demo launch before our NFT sale. Of course, like it will be a kind of whitelist, private, so to say, test. We'll be like providing regular testing, A/B testing for our community. It won't be like a public release because we want to have like quality, have a feedback of good quality from our community. I want to share specifically, ask some specific questions, and get like much more understanding on what like the future of the game should be. So that is why first it will be private release for whitelist people, and then after that, when we'll be ready to announce. But I think it won't be like a kind of demo release because we'll make a lot of whitelist demos. Public release will be already the alpha, straight on NFT sale straight before IDO. So that's what I see in terms of TankMetaverse. But of course, like we watch the market, and the fluctuation will decide. We'll decide basically how it will be. So just stay tuned, follow the announcements. I mean, we're actively looking on that. So Eugene, what's about Bearverse?
So we already have a demo available, and bearverse.com/demo for our community members. So you can just join our Discord server and get the link. It's just that, and we are in an active development phase, delivering new builds every month almost. And in the to the date of IDO, we are going to launch the closed beta on the Play Market, on the Google Play Market already. Yeah, we are going to deliver 3 levels with some bears, not all bears. They will be live in this beta, but the gameplay and balance will be understandable, and we are going to show the community what Bearverse will look like for the mass market. And for now, you already can go and check our demo right now, what we have done so far. Also, the in-game economy is the very important part of the game which we are focusing right now, and we try to deliver this at the very next version in 2 months. So now we are going to share more insights of the development process of the in-game economy, while we're already sharing in our Twitter, Bearverse Game. You just go and check what 3D bears we have. This is state of art, guys. Really. And so will access to the demo be public or private? It will be like private for our community. So we're not going to tell like everyone in the world, hey guys, come and check our demo, and this is our unique selling point. No, we're just sharing our development process with the community members. So it will be public for only community members. That's the answer.
Awesome. So yeah, but the main point I think for us by releasing the demos is like the feedback. As basically Eugen also like personally described the problem on our like near Human Guild meetup on weekends. Yeah, your feedback is very valuable for us. We built for you. Want to have like this synergy with our community to understand what steps we need to move. So please, like share your minds, don't pass through like our demos, and let us know more about what is in your heart. So this is very important. Okay, I think we can move forward. So okay, our future development plans, what are planning to implement. I think it's like very extensive. It's very extensive question, because I think I can endlessly speak about that. I will try to be more compact.
Okay, I think we can share like I think we can share just the main like milestones of this of our projects. Like what I think people wish to know what cool is about our games. So what are
Sure.
selling points? Like why should they play in your game? Why should they play in Bearverse game? So I'll start answering this, and like I guess you'll join later. So in the first place, Bearverse is an ecosystem of games. You can play in one game and sharing your progress in another. Yeah, we're going to focus on mobile market and delivering. I had a slide here. Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, great. So we start from the team butler, where you can focus on building up your team of NFT bears, and then in the future, in the next years, we will switch on the farming simulator and tower defense game and forex strategy game. While you can already, as I said, play the demo available on this link. Mm, and you will be able to follow the development process in the next year of these games. So right now we already have developed a prototype of, is it here in this slide? Yeah, of augmented reality game like Pokemon Go. Uh, I think we can deliver it on time, and it will be live in the IDO date, where people can go outside with their friends and to fight rare bosses and to find embryos which they can hatch into new NFT bears and breed them to get new embryos, to get new bears, to build stronger team, to fight stronger bosses, to gather more friends, and go and go on and go on. So these are our main development plans for the current year. And in regards to the next year, we're going to focus on the feedback of users, to the feedback of players, to the community members of you guys, and to evolve our development, evolve our games, and bring the new mechanics, new gameplay features, and new token possibilities of spending on the marketplace and in-game. So this on our part. What about you, Sergey?
Yeah, awesome. It's good to hear like that we have also like a lot of in common in this part as well. So in terms of development, of course, like this is it always has been, but now like it's even more actual question for us because we have much more time. We work mostly on development now. As you know, these phases of market is phases of building, and we are building actively. So we do have, as you know, two modules, like two first, so to say, initial modules of our game and experience, like say, sorry, do you hear me now? Because connection
Yes,
is bumpy.
I can. You're live now.
Eugene, you hear me now? Yes.
Yes, that's right. I can hear you well.
Yes. Sorry for that. Like connection is pretty bad, unfortunately, but still. Yeah, in terms of building, as I said, we have two main modules. We have Tank Polis, the virtual capital city of like our metaverse. It's so to say the DAO virtual city where users can go for some social interactions. They can go for some casual quests. They can communicate, attend events, pass quests, and of course receive some rewards, discover rounds. So in terms of development, like we will complete the alpha version before IDO of this environment, and the tank arena, so to say, the key attraction facility of our like game ecosystem, where holders of NFT tanks play the vehicle shooter, like shoot each other and win rewards. Like this will be also like the second module that also will be ready in terms of alpha MVP straight before IDO. So these are like the main milestones. As before, we wanted to release some kind of demo. Now we have time to release alpha before IDO, and we also like do have already a bunch of AR solutions. We will add more gamification to that AR because now we have a kind of preview in augmented reality where you can share your NFTs in augmented realities. But now we're working on adding gamification, adding some geocaching and other quests. So I want to bring augmented reality to a regular experience to achieve, to be rewarded and to have experience. So these are all the main points. And of course, the blockchain infrastructure, I don't want to forget about that, because actual blockchain infrastructures, of course, are neat, but we have a lot of things to build. We are thinking of new gamify standard of NFT to make it transferable among different projects, among different metaverses, to make it consist of not only metadata and graphics, but also of some specific materials and formats that can be applicable on each metaverse, or later even on each development engine. So this is kind of goals we're also highlighting before us. So we have a lot of things to build. And of course, not only game, not only blockchain infrastructure, all together and all in parallel. So let's move forward. For both companies. Awesome. So in terms of TankMetaverse, I will quickly answer. We do build only one game at the moment, but the final goal, of course, is a kind of a metaverse. Basically, it's a wide space, endless space of various experiences. So there will be not only TankMetaverse, there will be a bunch of other partner games. There will be other games by TankMetaverse team as well, because specifically TankMetaverse consists of the virtual city, the arena for Tank experience, and a lot of smaller casual experiences, casual quest games that will be added later. But also we are merging together with other metaverses to create one endless feed of experience for you that we basically call metaverse. So it will be very extensive gaming experience, not only Tank, not only Bear, as I think. And Eugen, what about you?
As I always said, we're making multiple games. For now, our flagman is Team Butler. Then we have very short game like a Flappy Bird, it's a Jet Bears, where you can tap your phone screen and your bear on a jetpack will fly over obstacles. And the next game we're making, we did it really fast during the game jam. It's called Heaven Office. The game is about an heaven clerk whose job is to direct souls into vessels like shark, man, hamster, kitten, etc. It sounds really dumb one, but we took 6th place out of 54 teams during this game jam, and so we decided to finish it and publish it right now. It is not in Bearverse franchise, but it's funny to develop something other to switch your mind on something else. And the next game, as already told, we already have prototype of our augmented reality game, like Pokemon Go. We have multiple games in parallel, and developers and artists are switching of one to another while waiting the next stage on the one game. They're doing some job in another game. It's quite fun switching all the time and doing multiple games, gaining multiple results. So, by the way, why? I have another question. Why bears? A cynic. Thanks. Bears. It was a story, really short story that we thought, hey, we sat with our co-founders and we decided to make a game. But which game it will be? Since we have a lot of experience in the crypto space and the cryptocurrencies, and our previous project was a cryptocurrency mining pool as well, so we decided to make something in the relatively a similar field, cryptocurrency. And you know that there is a bear market is a bull market. Yeah, so we decided to create a game about like contests of bears and bulls, like how bears and bulls attack each other and they fight and make some lore and narrative out of it. But when we started to write the lore or to write the sujet, it came to that the bears and bulls are really to have um, a lot of distinctions, and the lore itself was not like condensed or was not um, consistent. How to say it well? So we decided to split these like two ideas, and just to leave bears, and because the bears they live in the frozen world, but what do they want? They want to warm up this world, but how? Maybe they need some kind of artifact. Okay, cool. So let's call the artifact like a warm dusk. Yeah, and to make bears, uh, force bears to unite and go on adventure to find these forgotten and lost artifact, the forgotten and lost or relic. And this is how the idea and the narrative come to life, the Bearverse game.
Yeah, awesome. Very interesting story, by the way, because I didn't like hear it before. It was interesting even for me. Thank you for this knowledge. So in terms of tanks, I mean, it's pretty interesting because in terms of tanks, we have similar, not similar story, but similar direction, because it also started from the previous off-chain business. I mean, we also had like kind of with my partner, with founder of TankMetaverse, we had a business where we invited people like to try out a military experience. We had tanks, we had guns, like planes, airplanes, helicopters, whatever, and just simple people in terms of touristic experience could come and drive a tank, for instance. But the main like point was to show that yes, we do have weapons, but we don't need to use them for destruction. We can use them for fun and experience. So the same also we decided to transport to the blockchain, because yes, we do have tanks and we do have shots, weapons in our game, obviously, but it's all about fun and experience. It's not about destruction. So I mean, it's like the parallel I found between our projects. So I also decided to tell it. Awesome. Okay. So when will TankMetaverse appear on Binance and other platforms? So obviously after IDO, because as we decided we go for IDO, we don't go for IEO or something else. So first, of course, we make NFT release, then we go to DEX, then we go to TEX. So in terms of Binance, I'm not sure like that this is the relevant solution for gamified projects on the beginning. First, we're thinking of like some kind of tier 2 exchanges, of course, because we need to accumulate volume to move next. Specifically from TankMetaverse, we're discussing with Gate, with KuCoin, with MaxC, with a bunch of smaller as well. Like, but of course, like we are aiming for tier 1 taxes as well. But this is just like the journey that need to be done like step by step, because we need to have like how to say it, we need to have a nice synergy among our resources and like our goals. And Binance, I think it's not like the step for beginning. But in terms of other platforms, as I said here, we do have strong, the same Bearverse, for instance, does. We do have strong launching partners, strong launch pads that will like allow us to have enough volume to go for tier 2 like exchanges, missing all the scammy little bullshit exchanges. And then straight from that, we have a nice fundament to move like far to the moon and like and beyond. So this is what we have from TankMetaverse angle. And Eugen, tell us, what do you have in terms of your launch in Bearverse?
We have, yeah, Thanks. We are not focusing on Binance actually, but our plan and our target to go live on KuCoin exchange, and maybe before that we will go live on Gate.io. But our plans is to list on these exchanges in 3 days right after the IDO. So, and it will be listing on decentralized exchange and on centralized exchange in 1 day. So this is the brief overview of our plans. I cannot share more info yet because we have no token yet live on chain. We are still gathering the community. We are still working on our game, and we have other priorities right now. And for the early adopters, for the community, you have very good chances to see how the indie studio starts its way, and how the indie studio goes and elaborates the feedback and evolves like on a daily basis. When we'll have more info, I will share for sure with TankMetaverse community and in our Discord community. And yeah, you will be the first one who knows. So
Awesome. Okay, people people like are grateful for answers, and they're anxious to see bears and tanks. Yeah, I'm also anxious to see bears and tanks together. I mean, will it be a tank against bear, or will it be a bear on a tank? We still don't know. But basically, like, few words, because I think like we have 10 more minutes, something like that, and a few more questions. But I think we'll make a little pause with Eugene just to have enough time to describe what kind of cooperations we see between TankMetaverse and Bearverse. I think it's more interesting and more important for our community. So yeah, basically, as you know, we met like on Wall Summit in Dubai. And since that's like we see a lot of synergies and lots of like similar steps in our strategies. And then we finally see the same values in the like final product. Not even within like TankMetaverse or Bearverse, within like the whole gamify metaverse experience. So surely, of course, we have a lot of like blockchain, blockchain actions made together for staking, for whitelist, for NFT shares, for something, for probably NFT avatar authorizations, whatever. So this will obviously work. But also like we'll have some special locations, special events, special game modes mutually for merging together like bears and tanks, and we're brainstorming and thinking much of how it will looks like, and it's very interesting, I mean, to merge this together. So just stay tuned, we'll make announcements. So Eugene, I'm sure you have something to add.
Yeah, I will add that you will definitely see an Easter egg in our game of tanks, and I bet you will see Easter eggs in the TankMetaverse or Bearverse. So if you'll find out these eggs, you'll like definitely let us know. It would be really warm that you remember this AMA session and you find like something like from our games in similar later. So speaking of the corporations and the whitelist, etc., shouldn't we make an announcement of the competition on the whitelist? Sergey.
Oh yeah, surely. I think like people already know probably that like the top questions will be rewarded with whitelist, with a joint whitelist for TankMetaverse and Bearverse sales. So I think like we'll make the announcements of winners or winner list straight after our AMA, because we.
Anything bad with connection from Sergey's side or from my side? I guess it's from his side. So, as he said,
sorry,
Okay.
Internet is bumpy. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can repeat right after, like the
Eugene, let us know if people hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Well,
Awesome. Sorry for interrupting. So yeah, I just wanted to like highlight that yes, we have winners. We'll announce them, and I think we'll make some not too regular, but we'll make some time after time. We'll make some AMAs with mutual rewards. So just stay tuned, and this is not the last chance. We'll pick the winners from not only like from the whole question list, but from live question list as well. We'll discuss that, and then we'll like release the 10 best contributors list to the community. So okay, yeah, let's probably two more questions, and then we'll like shortly complete because I need to fly on the plane today. So the gap between traditional gamers and blockchain gamers is still huge. How can TankMetaverse bridge this to attract more traditional players to try new blockchain? We both answered these questions today, but like let's briefly highlight it one more time. So gamify like experience, as I think, is one of the best and most native ways to bridge blockchain and off-chain community, because we have something in common with them. We're giving them experience, online experience, gaming experience, something like that. And we can basically, and we know how to gamificate the blockchain, how to tune the UX of blockchain till that level where it will be totally organic for non-crypto players. And this is how we contribute to that. We built immersive gameplay. We built extensive experience. People from non-blockchain have the easy entry point. They have no wallets, no like tokens, NFTs, whatever. They just start playing. They like it. They receive reward. They need to claim it, and then voila, they need to have some wallet and some blockchain experience to claim it. And we have tutorials, we have links, we have everything. We have like just the native interface, how to do it straight in the game. You don't need to open your MetaMask or something. You can like easily step by step start doing that. And this is how it will look like. This is how we'll like bridge traditional gamers and blockchain.
Okay.
So Eugene, a few more comments from you. Yes, please.
I'm trying to show the presentation from our side. I already showed that our game is completely free to play, so everyone can just download the game from the Play Market and go and launch it and play and get rewards and dive deep in lore, like feel the gameplay itself, like build their team, beat bosses, share their success with their friends and stuff. And then occasionally they can find out that the game is even more than just a game. So it's a source of knowledge, of financial knowledge. So they can learn that in opposite to other Web2 games, they can go on our marketplace and actually trade their success. So they can spend their time in the game, get an achievement, get a rare bear or rare embryo, and these Web2 players will find out that they can actually sell officially this rare bear to another player, because he as a player does not need this bear, but like another player will need it to fill the gap in their team. So for example, one player built a team of tanks, so it's a really tough team who can suffer a lot of damage, and the other other player wants to build a glass cannon team, but the first one gets from embryo like sniper, who have very little of health points but huge damage. But another player really needs it, but it's a really rare bear, and they both need what everyone have. So why not to go and exchange these bears, like they do back in like 90s, when we were kids. We just exchanged some flyers from different board games, etc. So this is exactly the same. I just go and trade my characters. I just go and provide value to another player, while he can provide value to me. That's how it works. So we just offer free gameplay, pure joy, and then we offer to educate themselves. That's how we will fill the gap between the classic player and the Web3 player, and to make the classic one a Web3 player, a new Web3 player. That's how. So I want to thank you, Sergey, organizing this event. I want to thank your community for these questions, for the engagement they show to the Bearverse. I really like the idea of TankMetaverse. I can hear how professional team you have and how professional you are, and you show a lot of trust to your community members. It's really cool. So I bet the game will be a success, really, and I hope the Tank Metaverse will be one of the best games about tanks ever. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Same, absolutely from my side. Sincerely, I mean, thank you for comment. First of all, thank you for nice cases, nice vision. We have a lot of synergies and a lot of in common. So please, dear community, follow Bearverse, follow TankMetaverse. Stay tuned because this amazing journey will show you a lot of gems, a lot of possibilities, and don't miss it. Thank you so much. I think it's good for now.
Join our Discord server, download our demo, leave us feedback, and let's develop these games together.
Yes, let's basically build together. I mean, this is what we willing to want to build together. I mean, all our humankind, all our planet is about to build something, and let's do it together. So cool. Thank you so much. See you on next AMA. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Stay tuned and bye.